Hello and welcome to the QuarterHP Podcast. My name is Henry Quinney, and today we've got a special edition because I wasn't going to get on a gravel bike. I didn't fancy threatening you with a mountain bike ride because we are joined with Mike Levy. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah. Hey.
Is there any situation I could have got you out on a sick enduro ride?
Yeah, no, there is a world where that happens. I haven't been on a mountain bike in a long time.
Yeah.
In some years now. I don't even own a mountain bike. I will have another mountain bike shortly, and then we might go mountain biking together.
Which would be nice.
It would be nice. It's not an enduro bike, but it is a mountain bike.
Well, I've got a thing. I think, we talked about it recently on a podcast, I think that enduro bikes are going to die.
I hope so. No,
Yeah.
I don't hope so. No, they are the perfect bike for here.
They are the perfect bike
Yeah,
here, but I think with e-biking, with this, that, the other, I think that the 120, 130 mile bike, the downcountry bike-ish,
shiver there.
the light trail, I think it will be like the go-to bike for social rides that were about like sort of the road riding style.
Yeah, so I would say like obviously trail bikes are now enduro bikes, and enduro bikes are now e-bikes. And I think for a lot of people that just want to go for rides, like these like 120, 130 bikes, they're so capable because the geometry is a lot less shitty than it used to be, and that's obviously the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like you can ride a medium skilled rider could ride a good like 120 or 130 bike in most places here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
In Squamish on most gnarly things, which is really saying something about the bike.
But why do you think that mountain bikers, so gravel riders, road riders,
Yeah.
they understand the idea of just wanting to get outside, have some fresh air, pedal the legs, cycle, see beautiful things. It feels sometimes to me, mountain bikers, we get so distracted with pushing ourselves, adrenaline. We forget about that simple pleasure. Do you think there's an argument to that?
I don't know. I think that everybody enjoys the outside. Like when you're going out smashing laps on, some gnarly trail or whatever, doing shuttle runs, you're out there with your homies doing the thing and you are pushing yourself. But I think those people are also enjoying the outside. Like ain't nobody out there if they don't enjoy the outside. Yeah. And when people are on a gravel bike or a road bike, they're also pushing themselves. It just looks a lot more lame.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is something you said years ago, which I think is very true. I think at least road and gravel have embraced the fact they're dorks.
Yes.
I think mountain biking would be better if we embraced, even the clothes are now getting dorkier. They're making it look good, but actually having trousers that like fitted and work well. Yeah. That could be spandex.
Yeah. I find mountain bikers, especially in this area, I'm not throwing shade or anything, but like it's very like cool bra, whereas like gravel riders or road riders like don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like it's very practical clothing. Yes. I'm putting on my speed suit because it's got the pockets where I need them and this and that, and like whereas there's definitely more fashion going on with mountain biking, which is there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
The big thing I want to talk to you about today, so we're recording what day is it, what date is it today, Lettuce?
Did you just call him Lettuce?
Yeah, romaine lettuce.
Yeah, everyone calls me lettuce.
So we need to get a sign saying the fridge, because that's what he's in.
Yeah, okay. He's in a tiny closet, everybody.
We are December 8th today.
December 8th. So we are December 8th. Yesterday, I mean, imagine a sport that's getting bigger and bigger. Maybe a core that isn't as happy as it once was, but the promises of greater commercial success. I'm not talking about mountain biking. I'm talking about Formula One.
Oh, God. Welcome to the Formula One podcast, everybody. We should probably warn people we're going to talk about F1 for the next 3 hours.
Dude, we're going to talk about Formula One for a long time.
Yeah.
I miss our Formula One Pinkbike podcast.
Do you remember when we did, I think we recorded 2 or maybe 3 F1 podcasts. We didn't tell anybody. We just put it live and put it on the website.
That was good. Did you get any pushback off that? Did Brian say anything? Because I thought it was fucking sick.
No, I mean, I think there were some commenters that were like, what the heck is this? Yeah. But like, just the freedom to be able to do that. Like, especially for a big place like outside / Pinkbike, to have the freedom to be able to do that, it's pretty good. I mean,
it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I just think like, the thing that I've always admired, without making you blush, admired about your work is like, you're a 3-dimensional character that we then attach mountain biking onto, instead of being a mountain bike that we desperately try and have some personality in.
I don't do well with praise, Henry.
I know, which that'll be enough of that. What an unforgivable compliment.
Yeah.
But no, I thought that the F1 podcast was so much fun because we both just so into it.
Yeah, I mean, I would happily, like, I would do an F1 podcast. There's so many now that I wouldn't, but
and the thing that fucks me off about Formula One is there's so many outsiders who suggesting that insiders.
Yeah.
And the speculation and the fucking,
Yeah.
I don't know, it makes me cringe a bit.
I mean, this is just, I think that happens with any sport. You know,
Yeah.
like I personally, I think it's easy to talk shit, but like I like the fact that now friends of mine, people I know about F1 and I could talk to them and sure, their opinions are really fucking wrong. That's not true, Brian. But it's, I mean, I went 20 years without talking about Formula One to anybody in North America, basically. You know, I just watch it because I like it. And now with everything that's changed, like everyone likes it. It's cool. Yeah, it's good.
Do you still like Formula One as much?
I like it more.
You like it more? Talk us through this.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, I don't know if I like it more.
What's not to like more? I like it more next year too.
I'm someone that I prefer it when things, so you know, a game of football is a low scoring game, which means each goal has a massive impact on the landscape of the game.
AKA boring.
Boring, thank you. Basketball is a high scoring game. There are goals flying around all the time. Formula One, I think, used to be much more of a low scoring game in terms of overtakes, in terms of strategy, in terms of, there's this thing now where I think we're just trying to replicate sports that are obviously hugely, really successful, where they play 40 games a year. But an F1 weekend is a huge undertaking. They're doing 22, 23, 24 races a year. And it's meant to be action all the time. And honestly, I don't need action all the time. I'm happy to be more of I want small cars. I want refueling. And everyone hates that.
People, you're never going to have refueling again.
I know, but I want like the strategy of like, I always like the tension of different pit strategies more than I liked just DRS, just people blasting past.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say that the sport changes the formula, changes every 4 or 5 years or whatever it is. And I think part of what you're feeling comes from the much greater access we have now. And I mean, there's more people doing more things with it. So we do see way more stuff. And those drivers and the people in the sport, they're kind of the same people that were in the sport, not literally, but the same type of people that were in the sport 20, 30 years ago. But now, if you want, you could pull up social media and see what frickin', Charlie had for breakfast and like, which is kind of cool, I guess,
I would see the drivers, and this maybe sounds like, it's going to sound really lame, but the drivers paid huge salaries. They're away for, going to have 6 weeks off season, which is really short, but they're going to testing. I worry about the fucking teams and the mechanics and all this sort of stuff. I just think it's just too much.
I think it's not enough. I wish there was 50 races a year. I watch every single one, and I'm super excited about every single one.
Were you happy with the championship?
Do you think I was happy with the championship? No, I was not happy.
I thought it was... I think McLaren did such a good job to make themselves unlikable.
Oh, dude.
They nailed it.
So first of all, I will say Lando Norris deserved to win the championship because he beat Max by 2 points.
He got the most points, yeah.
Yeah, it's that simple, and he's obviously like one of...
I don't go in for anything other than that. It's like, who got the most points?
Yeah.
They played the game. It's like politics. Like,
100%.
You played the politics game.
But McLaren reminds me, like the McLaren race team reminds me of one giant HR department.
Yes, thank you.
Like,
yeah, dude.
I just can't get over the fact that they like coddle their drivers so much. But on the other hand, like you remember Alonso and Hamilton days at McLaren. If you go back farther, you remember Prost, Senna days. Like they have reason to run the race team like they're running it, especially nowadays where, some people might not understand why a team would have a dedicated, very clear number one driver. And they're not actively fucking over the number two driver. It's just how it is. But like, they could have won this championship a few rounds ago if they just like pulled their fingers out of their asses and like picked a driver. And like in the radio messages too, I don't want my champion to be talking about feelings on the radio. I don't give a shit. No. I want my champion to be a serial killer. Yeah. I want my champion to be a beast. I want my champion to be Max, And
But do you think with team orders though, for me, and maybe this is like a complete outsider who doesn't understand it, but you start off the season sort of like Mercedes would do, where every year Valtteri Bottas could have done it,
no,
but then they get to 10 rounds in, Hamilton's won 4 races, he's got double the points, and they're like, okay, he's our number one driver.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a problem with having parity at the start, and then going half the season like, okay, well, listen, we're here to wrap up the constructors, 'cause that's where the money is, and then we're here to. I don't like you audition to be your number one driver.
100% every year at the start of the year.
And that's a really fair way of doing it. I don't like this whole for all the. I don't know, for all the sort of ruthlessness of F1, I think that to me it's more ruthless to kick the can down the road and be like, oh, we don't have to make a decision because one of them's, then they just, when are you going to wait till race 20? And then it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think it's
what if I phrased it like this though? What if I said, I mean, it is what they did actually. It's like they let their, if you just frame it as McLaren lets their drivers race, it sounds pretty good, right? Like they're given equal chance to the drivers. The drivers are also reasonably, I mean, Oscar led most of the season until he disappeared. And then, but if you go back, like if you went to like race freaking 11 or 12 or 13 or whatever, and Oscar looks like he's going to wrap it up, like Mr. Consistent. He's like a robot. He's doing it. At that point, I would have said, oh, they have to just back Oscar. Like Lando is number 2. He's got to do the thing. And if they had done that, maybe Oscar would have won the championship, but he wouldn't have because he disappeared.
Well,
so
yeah, I mean, I think, well, to that I would say, I think that's entirely fine in the sense of like, you know, the thing that I have a issue with is not parity or lack of parity. It's like how to put it? It's like the free market, but there's loads of quantitative easing. So it's capitalist, baby. Just let the strongest survive, but then we're going to bail out the banks. That's the vibe that I got with McLaren of like, everything's parity. Oh, but there was a pit error for Lando. Well, he shouldn't pay the price. Like, well,
yeah,
fuck
no,
it.
that was crazy.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, no, I am. Obviously, they're amazing drivers, and McLaren. I've been a bigger fan of McLaren than I am now, for sure. But yeah, no, I don't. I agree. I know.
It just makes there's something disingenuous. Like you said, the HR.
It's a giant HR
factory.
department
Who's a closeted Nazi. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. There's something about like just like like I would prefer something more Red Bull where it's uglier and clearer than this like pretense of, hey, we're just one big family. Ugh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it.
So if you look at this last race, the finale in Abu Dhabi, they used Tsunoda to give Max a pole.
Sorry, are you making a different point? But you to this point, I've got something to talk about.
So they used Tsunoda to give Max a pole in qualifying. That's a big reason of why he got pole. And I mean, they would have just told him, you're going to do this no matter what. And yeah, I really like that. It is a team sport. And sometimes the driver has to work for the other driver. And if you go back in history, like all of these champions have all had second drivers that were like marginally slower, but were compliant.
But they're still, it's just because, say in, I don't know, fucking soccer or something, you get Messi, but you also get like Busquets, who's a very, very like solid midfield player who doesn't need to be the star. But there's obviously the understanding by anyone that watches it for 5 minutes that he's a fantastic football player. But and I guess I thought you were going to talk about with Yuki Tsunoda the terrible hold up he did on Lando.
Oh, that was great.
No, but compared to the job that Checo did a couple of years ago.
Oh, that was even better.
Yeah, which was because but the thing is that if he'd done that, I mean, they would have just swapped the McLarens, so it's by the by.
Yeah.
But like, it's just ironic that if, for instance, it had come down to a handful of points, this idea of searching for this perfect second driver, even though you got a really well seasoned one in Perez, was
man. If
you didn't like Perez though, hey, after that Monaco stunt. We're getting so in the weeds here.
No, it's not that I don't like
still
Perez.
Listening? Come back in 5 minutes. Just skip forward. We'll set a time.
Come back in 20 minutes.
Come back in 20 minutes. Yeah.
No, it's not that I don't like Perez. I like all of them.
Yeah, I like all of them.
Because we only know what we see. So you're just basing it on that. But he's just not my kind of F1 driver, I guess you could say. Like, I was a fan of Schumacher. I just want a stone cold killer. And like, what's the word? Like
metronomic?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I really admire like the consistency and like, I guess the way I would put it is the qualities that I admire in a driver are the qualities I wish I had myself. Whereas sometimes like I look at how Lando talks on the radio or how Yuki or Isaac talks on the radio and like, that's how I would talk. Like emotional, you know? And I don't want that in my world champion because that's how I act. And I'm a dumbass. I want my driver to, I guess I just admire the qualities that Max and people like that have.
But Max is kind of like prototype perfect driver. Just
Dude.
in his, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Dude.
But do you think he's always had success? I'd really be curious to see how he coped with some, adversity. I mean, he shunted George Russell mid-season. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's easy to be cool and serene when you're fucking winning.
He's obviously not cool and serene all the time because you hear his radio message. He gets mad too. He drove into the side of Georgie. You know, like obviously he's not super cool all the time.
Sorry. George Russell is my least favorite.
Dude, that guy has an entire closet of turtlenecks.
Yeah, but he's the silly goose. We talked about this before. He'd be the kind of guy that'd be like, "You silly goose," and think it was some fucking sick burn.
Yeah, he doesn't swear. George won't swear.
No.
I cannot stand that dude. He has a facial routine he does every morning, I'm sure of it. There's nothing wrong with skincare.
But he reminds me of a sideman villain in Game of Thrones. It's like like some kind of king that thinks, it's like, dude, you're so, like, as someone that, like, I think, you're saying about the things you aspire to be, you admire. But I think also for me, the things I don't like about myself most are the things I like least in others. And there's a fucking degree of the English smugness in George Russell, which I fucking hate. He's always trying to civilize people.
Yeah.
Well, let me explain to you as a civilized gentleman how writer.
He's the GPDA president.
Oh, of course he is.
That's exactly. If he lived in your complex here, he'd be the strata president.
Oh, dude.
And he would talk to you about your lawn.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he'd be talking about visitor passes and
yeah. He tattles on people on the radio. Like, I just can't stand
Max,
it.
like the bitching between the two.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I just.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, he might be listening, George.
George, I'm super sorry about this, but you suck.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, yeah. I think I know. I think with Formula One, I think it's a really good thing in terms of more people getting into it, more people watching it. I know. I guess this next generation of cars, I just want them to be smaller.
They're a bit smaller.
I know, but I want them to be like a lot smaller. I want to go back to like 2000 when you saw like 2008 when they had all that fucking 2007. They were just fucking aerodynamic shit everywhere.
Just little,
I love it.
Aero boners sticking up all over the fucking
Aero
cars.
boner. I had an aero boner for that silver McLaren.
Yeah, I think everybody did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the cars should be a bit smaller, but they need to have steel brakes. Like, they can have all the things they have now, but they should just give them steel brakes. Because then the braking distances are going to be, I don't know, but the braking distances are going to be way longer. Yeah. And that's really what it comes down to. If there's longer braking distances, there'll be more passing. Everything else, they can make it super advanced, but I think F1 is up against itself because it always has to be like the most technologically advanced. And I think that could make it difficult sometimes. Yes. And next year is going to be crazy with the wings, the move on the front and back, and like 50% electric, isn't it? Like 50% combustion. And like, I'm down, I'm game because I'm always game. It's going to be exciting, and I like the new thing. And
I think with the electric thing, I mean, maybe there's obviously a political point to make as well, or like whatever. But it's like you're flying all these people all around the world to do all this shit, and you got the bit of petrol they use now is fucking not the issue.
Yeah.
Like, get the freight container to be fucking biofuel.
You're preaching to the choir. It's the same thing. Like, you know, we're like, don't let your car idle. And meanwhile, there's the cargo ship coming from China, you know, hundreds of them. And like, it's the problem isn't the cars. It's the other stuff. And I mean, even them flying all the F1 people around the world is like a microscopic drop in the bucket. But like, I know it's driven by manufacturers, but I don't want my racing to have anything to do with the environment. I don't give a shit. I want my cars to go fast and make noise and shoot flames. It's real simple.
Kind of,
yeah. Like, I don't need anything to be electric, but if they are electric, as long as the racing is good and Georgie doesn't win anything, I'll be happy.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
It's simple.
I like that. I would love to see Antonelli give George a good drubbing. I don't think he will.
No.
But it would be... Well, you know, then again, like, you know, the Piastri thing's such a good example. Like, 3-track, he went from being the most complete driver on the grid in terms of the 20 in this year until, I guess, was it Spa onwards, and we went to low deck tracks, and suddenly he's nobody. And so we don't know what these rules are going to be like. Yeah. I mean, look at Hamilton in this era.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing. These drivers have to be not only the best drivers, but because the formula is changing, they have to be the best driver with different formulas. I mean, if we look at Vettel, you know, when the formula changed, all of a sudden, you know, and the cars are going to be completely different, way less ground effect.
And I see,
Yeah.
I see this like Lance Stroll, multi-billionaire. You know, there's people often call, I mean, even though he's podiumed, he's been a pole sitter,
Yeah.
which is up until recently more achievement than like Nico Hulkenberg, who's the unserved talent of the grid. You know what I mean? Like it's an
I almost
interesting
cried.
thing. Yeah.
I almost cried when he got that podium, my man. That was on par with Lewis in Silverstone the year prior. Like to me, that was like every year there's like one or two moments where I'm just like, oh.
To me, it was Gasly and Monza.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because it was running away, like you just saw Sainz coming behind him for lap after lap.
Yeah.
It's like, just run, you sweet boy.
Yeah.
But I think it's really interesting. Imagine if the formula changed, when the formula changed. Imagine if Stroll started getting really good. Because hear me out. If I was a multi-billionaire, I'd want to race in Formula One.
Yeah.
And so I see it as like this thing about like, well, you should give more talented drivers. It's like, you should, but also
People don't have a clue, I think, like shit talkers about Stroll. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Stroll. I want the underdog. I'm always pulling for an underdog, and I'm always pulling for somebody that the other people don't like.
Yes.
But he's
It's
in
like
those
convection current. I'm
Yes.
like, you're rising up, and I'm like, I want to get the
yeah, exactly.
I was here when you all hated him.
yeah. But he's so unlikable
He
in
is so
interviews.
unlikable.
Like
Oh, dude.
it's
the voice. And it's harder for me.
yeah, and it's very like his responses are very short. There's no insight, and I'm not in this guy's head. Like maybe he's got some shit going on and it's hard, but like he's also to be there. People talk shit about him. For him to be there and to be like qualifying. For Lance to be qualifying in the top 20, but for him to be there and to be putting in some pretty respectable time sometimes, he is one of the best drivers in the world, regardless of the fact that he's ridiculously unlikable.
But also I think two things. I think, firstly, there's a really interesting comparison to mountain biking. Because as we shrunk the field, it's like, but what if the guy that was 116th got a podium? And it's like, the expectation in Formula One isn't that at that very moment, they are the 20 best drivers in the world every single time. The idea is that they're probably, maybe the 21st would have come 19th, or maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe on that given Sunday, the 35th driver in the world would have pipped him 15th, but it's the 20 bankers. And secondly, I'd say that with Stroll, I think is really interesting is, if we look back to that pink Mercedes before the regulation change, he got that pole, I think, in Turkey in mixed conditions.
Yeah.
He, was driving really, really well. And so how do we know he's not having a shit time with the regulations?
Exactly. And he's obviously good at street tracks as well, where there is consequences. Like he is a very skilled driver. Yeah. And if you hung out with him outside of the paddock, I mean, maybe he'd be super fun and amazing. Like he's got friends in the paddock and like...
We've both had it at different times where we probably felt we've been more or less appreciated by the media world or the internet world. But imagine if that was the narrative for years. Like we get like a little dip of it, and it's like, that stings a bit.
How am I feeling?
But imagine going into work and being like, everyone thinks you're some nepo baby, useless prick.
Yeah.
Can you say something really fun and friendly for this soundbite?
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Is that it's easy for us to sit here. We're not dealing with the things he has to deal with, and then somebody says, "Well, the things he has to deal with is that like unlimited money and this and that and this." I think a lot of what he has also comes with a lot of baggage. And just like you said, to know, like, it's not like he isn't aware that people dislike him. He's got to be the least popular, least liked Formula One driver. And to know that you're not liked, like that makes me want to like him. And for years I was just like, come on, buddy, you can do it. I was pulling for him. But I mean, he's also up against Alonso too. And also I will say a lot of these guys, they'll drive to the car, and if the car is a, bottom 5 car, it doesn't matter who you are. It affects your motivation and like you're risking your life out there. And if the car is shit, you're probably going to leave a 10th or something.
Oh, good.
Right? So I agree. Like he could be struggling with these silly ground effect cars, and he's not taking the chances because he's been better than he is now. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and there might also be, I think, with that whole Aston Martin thing, I think they've just basically said, let's fucking worry about next year. Yeah. Let's just make sure, give Alonso a low cholesterol diet, so he doesn't have, some sort of aneurysm or stroke. Yeah, he needs to get to next year. We'll have a better car next year. Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. Lettuce.
Yeah.
How much more Formula One can you take?
I can take a fair bit, but I would like. I would like to
I could
take
take
the
a pummeling.
opportunity to. You talked about how they might be likable in person. A lot of these people cycle on Valtteri is obviously on a different level, but
Well, it's your best mate, Valtteri.
There is some overlap.
You forgot my name.
In interviews, just like sit on the Pinkbike homepage. Who's this fucking guy?
Yeah, no, I interviewed him and Tiffany Cromwell, his partner is a cyclist, very good cyclist. I interviewed them for the Pinkbike podcast, and we talked for like an hour and a half or whatever. And then at the end, I asked him for a little soundbite to, a little banger highlight thing. And he's like, "Oh, I had fun with what is your name again? Like, I've been talking to you for an hour, my man. I thought we were tight."
Oh, man.
And he never answers my emails or texts anymore.
Never anymore. Like
He never did.
But have you guys noticed how many bikes show up on like the socials and stuff of the drivers, or on like Drive to Survive? They're like in and out of the paddock. Like almost half of the off-season or off-track scenes are like mountain biking in Andorra or whatever, and you're like, oh, these guys bike.
Interesting enough with the mountain biking thing, going deep into some Formula One lore. I'm going to look you square in the eye because we all got to look around a little corner. But in 2010, Mark Webber was leading the championship, and then he had a mountain bike crash and got a hairline fracture in his hip. And because they're pulling like a billion G, he feels it,
Yeah.
And then he went off. So mountain biking.
You get hurt doing anything.
But I think you get hurt on a road bike when you break. Obviously, I think Stroll broke his wrist earlier this year. But I think road cycling, the accidents are more binary. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. There's obviously there's a smaller chance. Like if you do 10 mountain bike rides, you're going to crash here in Squamish, you're going to crash 5 times.
Lettuce, can I ask you to Google Lewis Hamilton mountain bike?
I don't want to see this. So we can don't ruin it for me.
We can all feel better about ourselves.
I don't want to see my hero go down those steps.
If you're listening on Spotify, go to video now. This is going to make you feel so good about yourself.
He's really good at driving a car.
He's really good. He's basically better than us in every way, but this is the one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my
There's
Lord.
a video as well of him. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, if you go to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the actual shot?
You could take the
Yeah,
biggest
go
badass ever and you take him out of his element and he's going to look like an absolute tool.
Hell yeah.
He does shred a snowboard in a way that
Does
doesn't
he?
make me happy about
Damn it,
it.
that's annoying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck, he's got that on us.
Yeah.
There's this video of him riding. I don't know if you go into videos on the search.
Yeah.
But it is... Well, we'll let him dig around.
He doesn't need to be a good mountain biker.
But for my ego, he does.
And he's never going to take chances and he's never going to push it.
No.
That's not his
But no,
that's
it
not
wasn't
his game.
it wasn't the fact that he was... honestly, he was riding some big, horrible steps as well.
Yeah, they were nasty.
But
This
is it. No pain, no gain, which is fucking great.
Just like.
Hell yeah. Okay, not big steps.
You could
But it's
probably
the bike.
clean that, Henry.
I reckon
think
I
you could clean that, Henry.
I'd want to walk it first.
If you had that high pivot gearbox bike down there, you could probably clean those steps.
But it's not the fact that it's the bad steps, it's the fact that he's a multi-billionaire and it just shows how little we know.
Yeah.
Like what we don't know doesn't actually matter to us. We get all worried about having the right forks and the right setup.
Yeah.
He's worth millions and millions and has got the cheapest rental bike and is having a sick time. And it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
If I had the ego required to ride shirtless with that pack, I would just
Dude,
want it.
I just saw something. He has a Bluetooth speaker attached to his backpack strap.
Oh.
That is unfortunate.
Can I clear something up, Levy?
Yeah.
We talked about listening to music once while I was pedaling. I don't listen to a Bluetooth speaker,
That's good.
but I just put music on my phone
Yeah.
and have it in my pocket and only I can hear it.
That's not acceptable.
But I ride by myself in the fucking woods.
You're not by yourself.
I am by myself.
No, you're not. You're out there in nature and shit.
What the fuck? Explain why I'm not by myself. I'm out there in nature.
Yeah.
Like the woodland creatures hear me.
Also that, but it's a nice, serene, quiet place. No one wants to hear your shit techno music.
Okay, my techno music is not the point. It's super quiet. Anyway, and I think all I was trying to say is on the record is I think some people thought I had a Bluetooth speaker, which I would never do.
Why wouldn't you just wear one headphone?
I know. It's just super easy. Just
Yeah.
I have it two bars up from dead and
Yeah.
just put around.
Yeah. I mean, I just put in one headphone. No one hears my crap music.
Yeah.
Levy, up and down one earphone? or just
No, so if I'm mountain biking, I will listen to music on the way up, but I need to hear the bike on the way down and like what's happening, and I need to hear me screaming just before I eat shit. Yeah. But on the gravel bike, or the road bike, it's just music all the time.
So you still frothing on gravel bikes? Are you
Yeah.
Is it what?
It's terrible.
Help me out.
It's terrible.
Help me understand the problem. So not the problem, but so with mountain bikes, there's a thing where they're all getting more similar. There's maybe less of a rate of change. It's more about like the smaller differences. What do they do with gravel bikes? How do you review a gravel bike?
Oh man,
it's green. It's blue.
Yeah. So they do. I haven't ridden a ton of gravel bikes. Like I'm not reviewing gravel bikes. I've only owned 3 or 4 gravel bikes. I've spent like multiple years on each one of them. But they do some things differently. Like generally, most of them have the worst geometry ever. I don't know what these people are doing.
Talk us through what does that feel like?
Shit.
Yeah, well, thank you. I can tell you're a journalist at heart.
Yeah. Review done.
But what does shit feel? Because I would imagine they all feel super twitchy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so in a lot of ways, it feels like they're still like taking their geometry from road bikes and being like, well, let's just make it a little bit, tiny bit less sketchy. Where there are some really good gravel bikes out there.
Are they going for the nibbly though? When they should be swinging with an axe?
Yeah, kinda. But the thing is even so, mountain bikers might not like change. If you think mountain bikers don't like change, drop bar people are like deathly allergic to change. And one of the things with the gravel bikes, especially descending, like everyone is scared descending on a gravel bike. Everybody. And they don't need to be if the bikes were less shitty. But they're so worried about like being like nimble and quick accelerating, like all this stuff. And yeah, you don't want like that evil gravel bike, like that obviously is not the answer, but somewhere in between that and what most people ride right now. And people buy gravel bikes. I'm talking a bit of shit, but people buy gravel bikes like based on what they like on the road maybe. And like people, you don't have to be scared descending. But I will say that every time I descend on a gravel bike is the most scared I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine. Do you want a dropper?
On the gravel bike?
Yeah.
No, specifically because if I put a dropper on my gravel bike, I'll take way too many chances. And like crashing on, you do not want to crash on a gravel bike.
Can you just go slower?
That's the problem. I won't go slower.
But couldn't you?
Someone could.
Nice.
I can't. Like if I have a dropper and my seat's out of the way, I'm going to take more chances.
But it's similar to be like people saying, they fit those breathalyzers into their car that won't start.
Yeah.
Not so they don't drink and drive, so they can drink as much as possible without getting caught.
Oh yeah.
And it's like,
that is clever.
Well, no, just don't fucking. It's easy. Like.
Yeah, no, it isn't like that. Like you get carried away, and especially here, the gravel roads are quite steep.
Steep, yeah.
And they're quite loose. And the thing with the gravel bike that is kind of sketchy is that it's always moving. When you're coming down, a gravel bike is always just like floating on top of things. Like once you get up to a certain speed or pushing a little bit, the gravel bike is always moving a little bit. And it's like the scariest thing ever. Like I've done a lot of stupid things on a mountain bike. I've never been more scared in my life than on a gravel bike descending. It's crazy. Yeah, it's so nasty.
And are you still into... Because you and I had a similar approach to riding that we both like to have a horrible time on bikes was a good time on bikes.
Yeah, it's great.
Are you still into that?
That's my main goal, is to have a really... my main goal is to barely make it home every single ride.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, or barely make it to the next gas station or... Yeah.
I need to get more... I've become a bit of a wuss.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. Like if I could ride 8 hours a day and like do a death adventure every day without it like destroying me after 3 days in a row, that's what I would do.
Yeah. I realized... No, I think I become less of a wuss. But there was a time where I was at peak wussiness.
Yeah.
This time last year, and I realized like I am so stupid because like I realized that for me, for whatever reason, I've made like a deal with fucking God or whoever that if I go ride a bike, I have a good day.
Yeah.
And then it's a bit rainy, I'm a bit tired, and I don't do it, then I'm like, not many people have this similar like, mechanical function to their happiness.
Yeah.
Of like, if they just do this, whatever, it doesn't matter what it fucking is. It's arbitrary at the end of the day. It works. Stop questioning it. Stop trying to find some meaning or some like perfect reasoning or some whatever. Just get on your fucking bike and get out the door.
life is better when I've been on the bike. Like life is better when I get home from something and I lay down in the shower, you know, and then I get out of the shower and eat 8,000 calories and I sit on the couch. Everything is better after that. Like I am at my best when I've been destroyed.
Hell yeah.
Pause real quick. Lay down in the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't lay down in the shower?
Are you in the fetal position or is it a
Oh, it depends on the ride, my man. I have gotten home from some rides or like gotten to a hotel or whatever and just like I've like fallen asleep on the floor with my bib shorts like halfway pulled down down my legs and like naked other than my bib shorts pulled down there.
Oh yeah.
And then like crawled to the shower and laid in the shower and like yeah. Those are special times. Those are the best times.
I haven't been proper fucked up from a ride in a little while.
Wait, you got to.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do a thing where we do for me and my friend Roz, we both did 100 meters for each year we are old.
Oh.
For our birthday. That was nice.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, I mean, we rode some proper trails. It was like really good descending.
Yeah.
It was like, but I did those 2 rides this year. I haven't done any like proper horrible rides.
There's a special thing.
It was too nice, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a special thing that comes when you push yourself like that, not just like on the terrain and skills and things, but like the endurance. Like something happens. It's like, it's almost spiritual. It's like, yeah, it's a very special thing. Like I love nothing more than planning a ride that I don't think I can do and I'm nervous about and I almost don't want to do. And then all of a sudden it's like this and I'm back at home from the ride and I'm like, well, fuck me, I did it.
But I think as someone that, you know, like I've been kind of like, you know, stressed and weird this year and we all go through periods, whatever. But I do think there are a few, for me, bicycle riding has this amazing ability to align your visuals with your perception. Do you know what I mean? There's something about just spinning up a hill that just brings you to the moment. It's like
meditative.
It's like few other things.
Yeah, no, it's meditative.
Yeah, well, hey, I've you know, you're getting a mountain bike again.
I am, yeah.
You're getting a little Giant,
the new giant Anthem.
Very nice.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I would love to get a little. I've got a cross country bike and it's got to go back.
Yeah.
So I'd love to get a little something because I love riding like, yeah, hooning on 100 mil of travel, 120 mil.
Everything is more fun. I've said this so many times before, but like the highlight of the ride, this isn't true all the time, but the highlight of the ride, like when I was doing things, moves, like the highlight of the ride was never the big gap jump that I finally did or the big drop. The highlight of the ride was like how I slid through that corner with my feet up and a little bit of countersteer. That was the highlight of the ride. Or like that manual through the section. And
manualing is unethical. It's my hot take. We talk about it with Ellie Hoskin. If you can't double it, you case it like a grown up and you fucking go on with your day.
That's why I can manual, is because I don't like to case things.
I think that if, you know, it's uncouth.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's just, if you can't double it.
You can't manual, can you?
No, I can't. You know, I also, I've chosen not to learn.
Yeah.
I think that it's one of those things. I just think I'm a conscientious objector to, like, please just go faster and clear it or break a wheel.
Dude.
There is nothing in between.
A big, like, even a section that you don't need to manual, like a big, long section where you're just up on your back tire, and then a big, huge, fat, unnecessary skid through a corner.
You love a skid.
Yes.
What is that?
What do you mean?
Because you're so good at riding bikes.
Well, don't. Yeah.
No, hear me out. There was
no praise.
Okay, sorry. We're not going to talk about you. We're going to talk about Ike Sheevy.
Okay.
So my friend
sounds
Ike,
cool.
Yeah, piece of shit. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Smells very bad.
Smells like devil's lettuce and stale Tim Hortons.
Accurate.
And really good at riding a bike. And there's something that happens when a camera turns on.
Yeah.
And then he takes all his like skill and precision and starts skidding.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's having fun and like fucking around. Man, like I know you're not supposed to skid or whatever, but like nothing feels better than a big fat skid.
Big fat skid.
Yeah, it's there's a picture of a guy. Well, he's probably not actually. He's probably not honest. That's Bryn.
That's me.
That's not you.
That is me.
Is that you?
Yeah. But Tom took that photo when he worked for Norco. So this one, that one, and that one above.
Yeah.
These all Tom's his favorite photos.
He's not using his rear brake there. That's all skill. Where I have to depend on my rear brake.
Yeah.
It's just a fun way to fuck around. Like I just want to.
I reckon he broke traction with his, and then took his finger off the brake.
Maybe. Well, either way.
Either way, I mean, yeah,
He can do that. Yeah.
Do you reckon you could do that?
I could do that, and Tom could take a photo, and it would look really good. But if Tom was videoing me, it would not look good.
It would not look good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part is.
But something that I've always found. Oh, here it is. Oh, this. Oh
my lord. Yeah.
Oh my god, that does things to me that I can't quite explain.
That's got to be in Bellingham, eh?
I don't know. Do they have trails in Bellingham?
I've heard they had a couple.
I think it's more like bridle paths and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's definitely Galbraith.
Wow. It's the green shoes though. I've only met him a couple of times. Though he's helped me out with Sep a few times over the phone. Super nice guy. But the first time I met him, I was just like, "Where are your green fucking shoes?" And he exactly knew what I meant.
There's one pedal, like rise and turn.
Look at that.
There's one where he literally pedals and drifts through a corner with pedaling.
Yeah.
Makes me want to get on my gravel bike and shred.
Okay, do you know what I think one of the coolest thing is? It's the Blanky style, this sort of style of not being afraid. You know when you land rear wheel first and then you just staple the front as it just like slaps down?
Bear trap.
Oh, yeah.
Bear trap.
Fuck, it's so good. Sorry, audio listeners, you just got to put up with this. We're having a very nice time.
He is good.
He is very good on a bike.
Yeah.
Oh my god. When in your bike riding career were you best at riding bikes?
Today.
Yeah.
It depends what you think best is. Like,
what's best to you?
Well, currently best to me is like being in good shape and being.
Are you the fittest you've ever been?
Today, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Congratulations.
My goal is every year to be stronger than I was the year before.
Nice.
And I'm 45 now. So it's been, I think that's fun. Like
Are you 45?
I know. Right?
Fuck off for you.
Yeah.
But you were 37 like last week.
I felt like I was 11 last week.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Shit. You're 12 years older than me.
Yeah. Am I really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Well, I should be treating you more reverent, sir. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't need that. Yeah. But for me, it's almost the exercise part of it. Like, I enjoy exercise just as much as I enjoy riding my bike.
Yeah. Sorry, totally.
And like that whole journey and like being in the gym and working out and like I love all of that. And it's become like obsessive.
Something that I don't know if I told you about this when I was younger. I wanted to join the military.
Oh.
When I was like 17, I started doing like, the process to join.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I was just like, I'm going to get paid to exercise. This is fucking sick.
The discipline.
Yeah.
I just want the discipline from the military. I function best when someone's yelling at me, calling me a piece of shit, telling me to make my bed, like that kind of. I need the discipline. I am never going anywhere because somebody told me to and shooting anything. Yeah. But I like the discipline of the military. Discipline is freedom.
Yeah, because once you basically are outsourcing all your decision making.
Yeah.
To a higher.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe AI is going to be good for you. In 5 years, we all have like AI sex bots that just tell us what to do. Man, you're going to be sweet.
I can't wait.
You're going.
What are you going to name your AI sex bot?
I don't know. I think I'd like to call it something. I'd probably go for something funny and British, like Mrs. Mortonby. Mrs. Mortonby's here.
That sounds like you're like babysitter or something like that.
Yeah, I mean that probably is a harrowing insight into my psyche.
Yeah.
I think I know I do get that though. I started going to the gym recently.
Good.
The last 3-4 months.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed about the people that, at least when how to put this? I've noticed about the people that seem to be really, really like, because these people are fucking strong. It's that Squamish barbell, amazing gym.
Squamish is not real life.
But they are so fucking strong. And I've realized they see it as a process to do.
Yeah.
I see it as a process to have feelings about. And that's why they see better gains than me.
Okay.
And the times that I realize I don't have to feel anything about this is when I find it most motivating to go. And the reason I love riding bikes so much is I see it as a process to make me feel good. I'm never concerned with how I feel. So I'm less concerned with how I feel about it. Yeah. Most of the time I'm just going to get out the door. Like it doesn't even occur to me.
Yeah.
And I know, I think sometimes like my friend Ike, much like me, is a sensitive, feeling person.
You think so, eh?
Well, he is. I mean, I don't know if you know. Do you know him?
I've heard of this guy.
You heard of him? Okay, interesting. And I mean, he's probably one of the most difficult people I've ever met.
It can be difficult, or he can be difficult.
Sorry. Shit. It's funny. Yeah, you'd have some similarities. You'd have some.
Yeah.
No, you're much more genial. He's a real piece of shit.
yeah, he can be. That's for sure. Yeah.
I heard he's got a sweet Delica recently though, which sounds.
Oh man, I'm so stoked to be back in the Delica game.
Did you know Delica is French for delicious?
That does make sense.
It does. That's right. That's how they got the name, right?
Not at all.
What's French for delicious? It's Delica.
Delicieux?
That's what you said, Delica.
No.
Yeah, so it's the Delica.
Delica is not actually a word in like any Latin language except for a gourd, like a Delica squash.
I'm pretty sure it means. Where do you get the word delicatessen from then? I thought it meant delicious sharp.
Yeah, delicatessen.
Yeah, Delica.
I think Delica just means like sick ass man from Japan.
It's right hand drive. Well, obviously.
Right hand drive.
Which generation did you get?
So it's an L300. It's a 98.
Oh,
and
okay.
I owned L300, a previous gen L300 before. I'm probably not getting this right. There's some Delica specialists out there that's angry at me right now.
I hope there is.
Yeah, I hope there is too. So I had that white Delica for 10 or 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the best vehicles
You told me
ever.
to get one, and I knew better, and I did not know.
So
better.
funny story. I get this fucking Delica. First of all, it's in Surrey, and I had to rode from Squamish to Surrey to pick it up in this like torrential rainstorm on the
course
sea
you
to
did.
sky. It was the nastiest ride ever. I pick it up. Everything is fine. All of a sudden I realize it's got no taillights. It's got no running lights. Like it's dark when I'm driving home. People are honking at me. I had it for a week. It's been in the shop for fucking 2 weeks now. Classic Delica. Because it's from Japan too. They love their accessories.
Dude, I think it's Japanoid.
Yeah.
Is that where you go?
No. This is Silk Road Auto that I got it from.
Go to Japanoid.
Yeah.
Because they love Pinkbike.
Oh, really?
They're like, oh my God. I had that import.
Yeah.
And so like, they're really nice folk, but there's a bond of trust there because they're mountain bikers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Guys, I
and
need
they're
you
really
to fix my electrical problem, my Delica.
Japanoid to me, anything south of the fucking bridge, just Vancouver.
Yeah.
There's all this, this is Surrey, this is Richmond. I don't get it. It's somewhere in Vancouver. It was cool.
So this van has like all these screens mounted and all these accessory lights.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
there's like something is pulling. I don't know anything about electricity. Electricity is black magic to me.
Dude.
It's pulling power from somewhere. So the van just dies like all the time. And
Hell yeah.
it's perfect. I love it. I love it.
I love because I remember years ago when I got in New Zealand, I had a really old Mazda, which everyone told me was reliable, but it wasn't.
That's when you know it's not.
Yeah. But it was like a bad girlfriend that was like, she seems great. And you're like trying to convince yourself they are. Oh yeah, they really are.
Speaking from experience.
I have no idea.
Life is too short for boring vehicles.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
for successful relationships.
Successful relationships are boring. I want a shit show.
I think if the North American mind witnessed a Citroen Berlingo,
What is that?
can you get or can you get a Berlingo? Can you even get a Bipper? Can you get a Peugeot Bipper on screen? This is the van I used to have. You'd get 60 miles to the gallon.
I already don't like it. It's too slow. I know it's slow by the miles per gallon.
How'd you write the
Bipper. And this thing, if you had a lift kit for it and proper tires, because they're so light.
Oh, look at that.
Dude, like the cargo one. I mean,
that's
that's
neat.
the very nice. That's a very bougie one.
It's like a tiny Ford Transit. It's like a
it's
Euro Ford
you can
Transit.
get a bike in the back diagonal with the wheels on.
Look at that front end on that thing. That is something. That is very Citroen.
That's
What's
the
the
Habsburg
Fiat?
drawer of French car design.
what's the Fiat with the lights on the front? Is it a
There's
Picasso or something? I think the Picasso.
Multipla.
Oh, Multipla.
Multipla.
That's the worst
fuck
one.
ugly.
We get screwed with vehicles here.
You get
We just get boring, big vehicles. Like
I think a Citroen Berlingo has a greater payload than an F-150 in terms of.
Look at this monstrosity.
It's from the deep sea.
oh, I've seen that thing before with the weird step in it.
Apparently they're really safe though, but it looks like a sea urchin of some sort.
Look at the skylights on it. A lot of glass, and it's got
Hell
like those
yeah.
little spotlights on that second.
Yeah. like beneath the windshield, there's like a
Man.
whole array of stuff.
Is as long as it's not a Tacoma or a fucking Subaru Crosstrek
How
that's
dare
slightly
you.
lifted.
With
Come on, people.
Have you seen that meme? Like, I want the Subaru with all the shit on.
Yes, exactly. Like it's so expected. It's so like what you couldn't. I would love to have a Tacoma. Don't get me wrong. I can't afford a Tacoma, but it's just so expected. Like to have something like that here. Do something unexpected,
That's
people.
why I've got a Shih Tzu.
Yeah,
Because everyone has an action dog, and I've got
You
a
have
dog that's wearing a polo neck right now.
he's pretty cute though.
He's very sweet.
Do people know the dog's name?
Toblerone. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Yeah, I mean, he's basically like not because of mountain bikers, but just because of the neighborhood. He's like a local celebrity dude,
Yeah,
and he knows which houses people come out to pet him.
yeah.
And so he goes straight to their door, and he's a very sweet boy.
I like that you
Very
didn't get a
unexpected.
trail dog. I like that you didn't get a border collie and named it like
Sprocket.
Cedar or something
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
this
Like
is
no
a-
offense to cedars out there and your border collie. I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, like no, I wanted something. But I'm comfortable enough in my masculinity to acknowledge that I wanted a dog for cuddling.
Yeah. Dude, I have 2 cats at home and I cannot
companionship.
wait to get home for them to spoon me.
It's funny when I got him. My friend said, "Oh, you need to make sure like you kind of he's used to people touching his paws in case he ever gets something stuck in it, and he needs to go to the vet." I'm like, we sleep holding hands every night. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Here he is.
I don't know how people get by without an animal like that. Like you need to have something like that.
Well, can you remember that dog that I shared with my very successful relationship?
Oh yeah, speaking of successful
Otto.
relationships.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
that Yorkshire. He was great, man, and he kind of like made me realize that actually companionship isn't relevant to size.
Yeah, 100%.
This isn't talking about something else.
Also, too, like a small dog like that is easier to get around. Like I can't put Mishka in my car, but I could put like your Shih Tzu in my car, and
Yeah.
like it's not a thing.
And he refuses to be walked in the rain.
Oh, perfect. Me too.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's exactly the same.
Sometimes, like this morning, I took him out just to show him he didn't want to be outside.
Yeah.
And then then he trusts me. He's like, yeah, fuck this.
Could you imagine a life without a little dog or a little pet of some sort now? It'd be weird.
I think it would be weird. I think that, I don't know, man. Like, I basically realized after having, like, doing the whole chasing summer thing for years,
Yeah.
and I think when you move around a lot, it's very validating because you always go into a new place. You're always having a very interesting, exciting life, and so you kind of look down your nose on having like a comfortable, stable setting.
That's all I want.
Yeah, you're there like fucking you loser with a house.
Yeah.
All you need is a cardboard box and fucking carry on. And then
Yeah.
actually, I'm kind of realizing more and more that actually, I'm done with it, man. And like having like Toby was like when I got my PR, I was like, once this winter comes around, I'm not gonna be riding so much. This was last year. I'm gonna get a dog, and there he is. What a sweet boy.
It's nice to go do your big adventures and then come home to home base. Like
Yeah.
I want a home base, and like I never traveled as much as you did. You lived all sorts of places and like we're chasing the summer and stuff. But to me, that is my nightmare. Like I like to go down to the desert in the summers, or sorry, in the winters, of course. But it's like 2 months kind of thing.
Dude, the funny thing with me is that like I don't actually like traveling.
Yeah, no, me neither. I hate
I
it.
don't
I've
know
traveled
why.
out. I'm
I
so cooked.
I don't know. I guess I don't know why I don't know why I did it for so long. Really, I mean, I
Yeah.
love bikes. I mean, it was bikes.
Yeah.
But I don't know, now that I don't have to travel for work, I'm fucking stoked.
I think we both lived some pretty interesting, crazy lives.
We have, yeah.
You know, crazy. Like I'm just an idiot from Farmtown, Chilliwack, and you're from somewhere in the
Some
UK
fucking
or
piss shit
somewhere
middle
over
of
there.
nowhere,
You know, and like look at us, and like we got paid to like fucking go to places around the world and be goobers. It's amazing.
We have had. Yeah, we have had. Sometimes I forget that I had an interesting life. Like I still have an interesting life.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear something really weird?
Oh, of course.
When I had a rough couple of years for a while, and we were doing this video in the Chilcotins, and we're going through this burn forest, and all these trees were just fucking ashen. There was just nothing, and there was some new shrubs coming down, and there was like this one tree that was completely burnt, maybe from like 4 meters up, and then at the top there was just this small green shoot,
Yeah.
and I was like, huh, that's what my soul looks like.
There's a metaphor right there.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I look like.
Yeah.
And it was super interesting. It was like, honestly, it's like there's been this super weirdly like I joked before, like, what the fuck's in nature? Why does it want to hear my fucking 2-pack blasting or whatever fuck? But honestly, it was such a weirdly comforting moment of like, holy shit, I had a fucking nuts life. Yeah. And I did crazy things.
Yeah.
My realm of what was normal I was so comfortable with incredible personal risk. Not on a bike, but in terms of decision making, in terms of, and I think that as much as I flew very high to the sun, I flew very close to the sun for years, and eventually I got burnt.
Yeah.
And I realized like my whole life, and looking back now, I look back at some of my decision making processes behind things.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was fucked. And I'm now becoming unfucked I'm trying to become unfucked whilst keeping some of the things about myself that make me who I am,
But dude, those decisions that you made, like for better or worse, like you've lived a life. Like I feel like I've lived a life too, and now you don't have to keep living that life. You can chill out and you can look back and be like, whoa, look at that crazy shit I did, or look, I shouldn't have done that. And that is way better than not to say that, we're doing anything special or we've lived that crazy of a life, but like it gives you perspective.
It does. I guess the thing is that what's interesting now and like my challenge now is like, obviously still like, doing the house cleaning and the spring cleaning of my life sort of thing, but also like being chaotic is such a really engrossing hobby. And I now need to replace it with more hobbies. Because now I'm just like...
Can you go with... What do you mean being chaotic?
Oh, dude, like I was fucking... In my 20s, I was fucking insane.
What is that? Well, like, I need some examples. I can
man.
Picture it.
Okay. So I mean, like... I think just like... Probably the elements of me always on the lookout for like the next adventure. So that would manifest in either put myself in situations where adventure would happen, i.e. through like partying or whatever, or being like, how can I show the world I'm having an interesting adventure? And instead of actually just being like, how do I work out how to sit at home with a small Shih Tzu and be really contented?
Would you have not felt good about, like, would 25-year-old Henry not wanted to have a home base with a Shih Tzu named Toblerone?
No. I think 25-year-old Henry would have been... So it's really, I think basically it's not, I'll be very honest about myself. It's not because I'm like, nervous about being honest about myself. It's about someone's tuned for Mountain Bike Podcast. They got Formula One and now they're going to fucking hear this. But I think,
therapy session.
I think there was like so many parts of 25-year-old Henry who felt that like that everything was an opportunity to prove oneself. Every single thing, every interaction I went into, I went for a fucking coffee, and it wasn't about like hitting on women or anything. If it was a guy, I'd want to be the funniest guy I'd met that day. And it was kind of exhausting,
tiring. I was just going to say that sounds tiring.
It was exhausting, and so in some ways, I look at it now as like it set me up for the skill set that now I can essentially exploit to have a really nice life. Yeah, like having to think on my feet constantly, like having to it's funny because in some ways I was probably always somebody that, and it's going to sound really conceited, but as an early 20-year-old, had a perception of audience, even though I had an audience, even though no one gave a fuck, which is, I know what they do now, but you know what I mean? And and then I think, I view bikes within that. Like,
that's played you well now though. Like that has worked well for you now. Now, like even this like conversational skills, like that's like a skill in itself. And like that's come from all the shit you did. Yeah, totally.
I guess I think that I wish looking back that although I'm very happy with how things are, I don't necessarily have any regrets. I do just think I was probably quite late to the party of really of not needing to prove myself.
Yeah. Man, there's no timeline though. That's the thing.
You're so right.
There's no fucking timeline. It's like you do your own thing and it's like it happens when it happens, and like 2 years from now you could go back to living a chaotic life because that's what you want to do, and like but
it's funny because we know we're talking about bikes and this idea of like burying yourself. I know we've spoken about it before, but on the unreleased, we did that fucking sick Pinkbike podcast about e-bikes, which didn't get released.
Really? Was I there?
Yeah, because we didn't record it right the first time. Then we tried to recreate it, and we sounded like absolute pricks.
Oh, I think I do remember that. Yeah.
But I think it is interesting because an e-bike is a really good example where I was so concerned, and I'm still concerned, but like, if there's the spectrum of, or the full bandwidth of human experience, wanting to feel it all,
Yeah.
And like riding bikes, like, how hard can I push myself? How deep can I go? Will it be good if I get really low, if I worry about this, when they'll get really high, you know? And actually realizing that like the experience is actually acknowledging that it is good feel, like the full bandwidth of experience, but also realizing that if you don't want to,
Yeah.
you can just have the nice bits.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I think I'll just super late to that party.
Yeah.
But hey, I still feel very young though, so I'm still learning.
Do you still hate e-bikes?
I don't know. I'm at a point where I'm like really acknowledging and realizing, you know, when you are, say, in your 20s and you think what you matter, you think that what you feel matters.
Yeah. It doesn't.
It doesn't. But I happen to be working as a fucking YouTube presenter when I was understanding this process.
Right.
So I was always bagging on e-bikes and stuff. And honestly, it's, if nothing else, it's funny.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be discounted.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that I've realized that the sport is changing. It is not my sport. It's everyone's sport.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking do whatever makes you happy.
Oh, that is exactly it. And do what makes you happy, and don't really give a shit about what other people are doing. It doesn't matter. Like,
I do find that I struggle for motivation to ride them.
yeah,
Just because, like, so say, if I was to go out riding today, and I rode for an hour and a half, pedaling like not an e-bike, I would at least get the exercise. But if I went riding today on an e-bike, I'd get up there quickly, and then do one run, and then spend more time cleaning myself than what I put into.
yeah,
And so for me, it's like, I find that lacks a bit. Maybe on like a mixed day where, I mean, sorry, just for reference, it's absolutely pissing down outside.
yeah,
But no, I find like, it'd be like driving all the way to Whistler to do one lap of the bike park.
yeah,
It's a bit like, but I'm basically sitting on like public transport, this e-bike. It's just getting me to the top. And people tell me like, you know, that their experience of e-bikes encourage them to push themselves harder.
Yep.
For whatever's about it, I don't have that on an
Yeah.
e-bike. I'd want to go on a normal bike. But they are cool. I think, honestly, man, I think e-bikes are going to be replaced enduro bikes. And I think that's fine. And I think that a lot of the existential boogeyman of like, but the trails, well, actually, I've realized that all the people that love descending now get e-bikes. They're realizing they can build whatever the fuck they want because they can get there.
yeah,
And I know it's all good.
yeah, yeah. I would agree. It, like I said, it doesn't really matter what people are doing.
It doesn't matter.
As long as people are outside doing the things they want to do. The e-bike thing is not for me, but it might be for me 2 years from now. You know, and people, like, everybody's lives are different, and like there's lots of people that, for whether it's health reasons or time reasons, like,
Yeah, totally. You just don't know as well.
yeah.
Like, it's so easy to be. It's like if you hate on e-bikes, it's really not about the e-bike.
I remember when Carl, back when it was just Kaz and I as editors at Pinkbike, Carl told us, he's like, e-bikes, you have to test them. And like, Kaz and I were like, we weren't going to say no, but we did say no. And I think it's so short-sighted. And it's, now I think back and it's such a silly way to look at things.
Oh, totally. I mean, I think all the good e-bike journalists and content creators are the ones that go, I love this.
Yeah.
Not, listen, I'm above this, but I'm doing it today.
You know what I don't like about e-bikes? You know what kind of cooked me on them is, for many years, all these e-bikes coming out, they were just normal bikes with giant gross down tubes and a battery and a motor. And all these companies were having releases, and like every other week on Pinkbike, it was like, or any other website, it's like, first look, or so-and-so's e-bike, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like literally the same shit with a giant ugly down tube and a battery. And it's tiring.
Yeah. And also, I think as well with the way the industry did it is that there was this like, I don't know, man, like with what, like, obviously as someone that isn't, it, like, you know, because we actually started an e-bike special later this week. And so my point is that like, I'm actually not concerned in the tech, I'm concerned in the ride experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's hopefully going to mirror and mimic a lot of what our audience experience are. They don't actually give a fuck about understanding software developments.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to have a nice bike ride. I do think though that with e-bikes, like, I don't know. I think the most effective like marketing has been what Specialized have done, and they've got their cool shredders riding them straight away.
Mm-hmm.
And you see like the coastal crew riding them, like, oh my God, these things can do anything. Instead of being like, it was more aspirational perhaps than just being like you said, oh, it looks like a snake that swallowed a goose. Fuck yeah. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess as well with like the whole like e-bike thing is that I look at it like it's actually one of the parts like with lots to talk about and lots of developmental change. For the record, I do think that her DJI is coming with a 1300 watt limit.
I don't even know what that means.
Basically, that means it's fucking nuts.
Okay.
I think that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Or we need to do something about, because people just razz past. And the thing is that when you're on an e-bike, you get, say you spoke to someone in the waiting up for someone that you know, waiting for the flight, and they were in business class. And as you walk past to go to the cattle seating in the economy, they're like a bit ashamed of how comfortable they are.
Yeah.
There's that, but on climbs.
Yeah.
And riders don't want to say, hello, I'm just coming through on your left. And it's not because they're dicks. It's because they're kind of embarrassed about how good they've got it.
Did I ever tell you my story about blocking the e-biker?
Oh, you did not, but please. Please, dear Michael.
So, the climb up to Dark Crystal?
Yes.
It's like a classic BC fire road, going up through ski resort. Mm-hmm. Climbing up, and a guy's coming up behind me. And it's not a super wide section of the road, but he's coming up behind me like I'm working my dick off. Oh, yeah. And this guy's coming up behind me on an e-bike, and I don't know what got into me, but I just started.
Tell it in the ugliest way you can.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think if you acknowledge now that you're probably wrong and you wouldn't do it again, it gives you free license.
Yeah.
To fucking lean in.
Yeah.
I've got a really funny story.
He had a sense of humor, and I definitely would not do this now. 100%. 80% I wouldn't do this now. It actually depends on how I'm feeling. But this guy came up behind me on an e-bike, and there's kind of like one line on the road at this point because it was kind of loose and shitty. And I just started blocking him, and he went to like go right around me, and I just like turned right because I could hear it. It's got a freaking motor. And I probably blocked this guy for like, I don't know, 500 feet, 700 feet. Like,
did he say anything?
He
gives you it on your left,
dude, to stay in front. I was working I was like max effort, right? He's got a motor,
yeah.
So I'm like going as hard as I can to block this guy, and he kind of laughed when he passed me, but I don't think that would fly now. And I wasn't blocking him specifically because he was on an e-bike.
My being addicted to an e-bike is so much more recent.
Do tell.
So my humor wasn't landing, and I thought I could dig my way out of it.
Yeah,
and I couldn't. And so we're standing at the top of this trail, and there's this like there's three ways up. There's the old fucked way, and there's the new way, and there's the motorway. Mm-hmm. The new way is still techie, but it's definitely like I can do it on a normal bike. The old way is basically so trenched out that you always try it, but you can't quite get it on. I think I've cleaned it once, but we'll give it a go, and it was super difficult. And so we're waiting at the top, and we try and fail that's now the way that's just fucked.
Is this the climb to somewhere over there?
Yeah.
How did I know that?
Yeah, it's so trenched out.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's not even like about getting over. It's just like you don't have enough room to move your pedals.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so we were waiting at the top, and then this e-bike comes up the new climb that is still technical, and my friend didn't realize which way, and she said, "Oh my god, he did the climb," and he's like, "Yeah." And so I was like, "You're on an e-bike."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Still difficult," and I was like, "All right." And I said, "Well," I said, "Didn't you go up the easy climb as well?" And I'm like kind of like trying to like push his buttons, and he goes like, "Well, I've ridden 40k," and I'd ridden 40k, and my normal. I was, "Well, I've ridden 40k." He said, "Well, I've got."
You guys just flexing on each other.
He's like, "I've got
trailhead."
No, but I was like trying to like just like I was trying to make it laugh, and he never. Anyway, and then so he said like, "Well, I've got a kid at home." I said, "Well, I've got a fucking shih tzu at home."
Yeah, yeah.
And I just was just there like, and I said eventually, I'm trying to be like so.
You're joking.
I'm trying to be so annoying. It's funny.
Yeah.
And I'm really, but basically, I would be lying as well if I said that there wasn't some sort of ego in it for and I felt like such a dick afterwards.
Typical e-biker not getting the humor.
Typical.
I'm just joking. Everybody.
Typical cycling journalist being a gatekeeping cunt.
Yeah, that's exactly it. This is my gravel road, bitch. You're not getting up.
Imagine how different. Do you think that? Because I think part of the charm of the Pinkbike style, which I think you're responsible for,
oh, shit.
And I was so happy that I could come in and just follow in your wake, is the kind of self-deprecating.
Yeah.
But also, you think that being self-deprecating gives you then license to go on the front foot sometimes.
Right.
And say, hey, you can trust me because I took all that shit over here, but this is bollocks.
Yeah.
But do you think that's... I mean, Pinkbike isn't the be-all and end-all. We can't be held responsible for everything. But do you think that flavoured a lot of editorial takes on e-bikes?
I don't know. I didn't write any editorial on e-bikes.
No, but we spoke about e-bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe the podcast wasn't the be-all and end-all.
Yeah.
But there was some like snobbery that crept through. Which a lot
yeah,
of
I'm
it was,
sure there is.
But a lot of it was us actually just being, well, a lot of it was us being dicks.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was also being dicks like your friends are dicks.
Yeah.
And not expecting the bar, the clear to be perfect.
Yeah.
But actually just like a 3-dimensional person that's a bit rubbish sometimes, aren't we all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think that we did some... I suppose you still do because you're the Velo podcast host. Are you still gatekeeping away?
I do my best to keep that gate closed. Get out of here. No, I'm just joking. I honestly, I don't think we were gatekeeping at all, to be honest. I think we're allowed to have opinions about the things, and like, I don't dislike e-bikes at all. I do not give a single fuck about them.
Yeah.
But if I did care, and I was an editor at Pinkbike still, I would be allowed to say that. I feel like I should be allowed to say that I don't like them for whatever reasons, and like that's not gatekeeping. People that like just don't listen to me. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that's my take.
It's like literally just don't listen to me. I'm not saying anything that makes sense. If you like the thing that I don't like what does that matter?
Yeah, and I think as well, like I think you and I have always had a similar style. I mean, we relied heavily on Kaz.
Thank God, Kaz are rock.
Like Kaz is the Max Verstappen of Pinkbike.
Just
I'm
level.
I'm the Lance Stroll. You're George Russell. No,
oh come on.
No, you're definitely Lance Stroll.
Yeah,
I'm definitely George Russell.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got no turtlenecks, and I will never own a turtleneck or a bow tie.
It's like, oh, George, didn't realize it was black tie. He was like, I always dress like this.
You know, we were the crazy ones over there, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, God, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think people realize like how level-headed and how much of a rock Casimir is.
Oh yeah.
He just does the shit.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm over there like, I don't want to do it.
Dario is very eccentric in his personality.
Yeah.
He's also like a rock.
Okay.
So those two are like rock on rock.
So they're better off without us, is what you're saying.
Yeah, dude. Dude, they are way like I was. No man. Like,
Those were good times, though.
they were good times. I those are some of the times that
I'll never forget Sun Peaks.
I will never forget. That's when I had to fucking test e-bikes.
Me too.
No, you fuck off didn't.
Yeah, I did. I had to do the uphill battery
you had to do
testing
the
that we
uphill-
never even used.
Yeah, exactly.
I crashed badly going uphill on a fire road. The e-bikes are so fast.
Dude, I remember fucking getting there and just being like, the realizations that my life was fucking a shit show were very much coming thick and fast.
Pinkbike just bent you over there.
Oh, you all bent me over. I got out of quarantine, got there, and you were like, hey, Henry, great news. You're testing like 11 bikes in 5 days. 5 of them are e-bikes. I fucking what?
Yeah.
And it's okay, he's got a lift and stuff, but
Yeah.
and like those, I think the field test has changed over the years, and it's always evolved, and now it's a lot more like. Then it was sort of like almost because of COVID stuff, it was almost like a glorified first impressions.
Yeah.
Which is fine, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But dude, fuck man, that was funny.
Those field tests were great times, generally speaking. Generally speaking, they were great times. Like to be like off, like the rest of the world doesn't matter for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is, and we just rented a place and we're just testing these bikes. Like for someone who loves the techie stuff and the dorkness of it, and like the how the bikes feel, and I think more so is like I love describing how the bikes feel. Like that's the challenge of what we do. You do is
well. What did you said? I was a pterodactyl or something. Lettuce, a proletariat, a Presbyterian.
I can't handle that.
There was a word.
That sequence of words.
There was a word that I
What's
was
a proletariat?
A Protestant. There was a word about that I can describe what I'm feeling. Was it?
Eloquence.
No, it was beginning with P.
Penis.
Penis.
I
Penis
don't know.
having pterodactyl. It was like you said that like I'm able to describe what I feel.
Yeah.
What is that word?
I don't know.
It begins with P.
I may
maybe
have made it up.
Maybe Presbyterian. Is that a word?
That is definitely it.
Okay.
Henry, you're such a Presbyterian.
No, it was another unforgivable compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we're writers, but we can't.
Yeah.
We don't know the word.
Yeah. Pedantic?
No.
No, these are words.
Those are words,
Oh,
but it's
thank
just
you.
not the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I look it up? Or
Yeah.
are we
What would
giving
you call someone that was very good at explaining the process of
up?
learning?
Pedagogical.
What?
What did you call me?
Pedagogical
No, just kidding.
is like when you teach something to someone, you're being pedagogical, as in you have to like have empathy for the person that's listening. Like you're speaking
Because
for
I think you're a. Is it pedagogical or? Sorry.
PDA.
Oh, sorry.
PEDA.
Can we edit that out?
Sorry. Yeah, pedagogical.
I would say that.
But you are, and that's why you were such a good reviewer. Not because you give a fuck about there's some like perfect conceptual place, but rather it's like what this bike's going to feel like when you pull out your garage, piss on the drivetrain, and go for a ride.
What I always tried to do was, if it was on video, it was either talk, or if I was writing, it was obviously using the right words. Like I just want it to come off like I'm your buddy in like a casual conversation telling you about this bike.
It has always annoyed me how I don't mind telling people I think about presenting a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think about how the script's going to go.
I don't give a single fuck.
And you were always, I mean, dude, you're always so good. And I'd be there like, fucking, it's like the whole meme of like, you know, getting ready.
Yeah.
And you just like fucking like punch me in the face. And I'd be like, he's literally just fucking, he's eating nothing but jalapenos, fucking Takis for 2 weeks. Had a quick monster. And now he just like fucking, I've always admired that. I find it annoying.
So there's bullet points in my head.
Yeah.
So in the early days of field test, we had to do a lot of scripting because we didn't know what we were doing. And
Brian was going full Timberland producer.
Yes. And that was probably the right thing at the time. But like the stuff sounds the best and it comes out the best when you have some bullet points in your head and you're just talking to your homie about them. That's all it is. It's not like I'm not thinking about anything. Like a lot of times we would make our scripts, you know, in our Google Doc or whatever. We'd have our computers open and I would look over and like the person to my left and my right, they have 2,000 words on their script. And I look at my script and it's like a shopping list for Monster and like bagels and cream cheese.
I think for me, like I get so, for me, it's, I like two things. I like clear editorial comment and I like stupid jokes.
Oh yeah.
So for me, like I like the wordiness of that, but you know, for instance, it's a lot for say Remy because he's learning how to be a presenter. And
which is hard as shit.
It's hard as shit, dude.
I think we take it for granted sometimes. Like
we have this joke that like when I, because I actually tried to get Remy in at Pinkbike.
Oh yeah,
he was a pick that, you know,
that would be good.
And I'd always thought he'd be a great presenter. My only worry that he wasn't pretentious enough because I think you've got to like the sound of your own voice.
Yeah.
And then I saw this dude's coffee machine. I was like, you pedological. I was like, the fuck is this? And he's there just like, get coffee from outside the confines of my house. No one can meet the standard.
Does he not know about Tim Hortons?
I don't think he does. But also, dude, I think these people, Lettuce, do you mind just closing your ears for a moment here? These people don't have the self-confidence to like bad coffee.
Oh yeah.
They need to like, I'm like, dude, it's a fucking cup of coffee.
Yeah, I agree.
You can reopen your ears now, Lettuce.
Yeah.
I think there's something really to be said for liking the shittest version of something. It's like liking pop music, you know? It doesn't all need to be post-punk fucking done from a fucking basement where it sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Which I like sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
What we're talking about. You were telling something about important.
Was that?
Presenting.
Oh yeah, presenting. Like it's like I said, like it's just I think we take it for granted because I think you do this too though. I think you think about it more than I do, but I do think that you just get in front of the camera and just talk. You definitely put more effort into it than me, which is good.
Well, I always script in one go.
Yeah.
So it's not like I've honed in on a script for hours, but I would just do that script and then deliver that.
When was the last time you were nervous about a video that went out or a review or whatever you did that went out?
I was really nervous for the trailer for launching the channel.
Oh, yeah.
I was super nervous.
Dude.
Super nervous. And also, there's part of me that loves expectation.
Why did you do this? Why did you do QuarterHP?
In general?
Yeah.
Because
it's not an easy time to be a tuber, you know?
No, I guess. For me, I wanted to go on an adventure. Which, you know, that's how I described it to these guys, is that, you know, we all get paid the same. We all have equity. We run it as a cooperative. We split everything 4 ways.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to go on like an adventure like with some camaraderie. I was so upset about leaving Pinkbike.
Yeah. It was me too. It was hard to leave.
Yeah, it was. I was saying to the guys, like, I only came out of it really recently, but like, and I just felt like I never actually really made like one good video.
That's not true.
No, but really.
That's a crazy person. That's crazy, Henry.
No, but really. If you actually think about, do you know what I mean? Like, and like, there's just so many things I wanted to do, and I just felt that Pinkbike, Pinkbike obviously wasn't the Henry show. I mean, it was the Levy show. Sorry, Ike Sheevy.
Sheevy,
he was fucking
dick.
annoying, dude. Some days he would just not turn up to work, and
most days
I had to take care of it, and then everyone would be like, "Where the fuck is Ike Sheevy?" And I'd be there like, do you know what the example I used to have in my own head? I'd be there like, Ike Sheevy is like the biological father, and I'm the father that stepped up. And I'd be putting out these podcasts, and they'd be like, "Where the fuck is Ike? We want Ike." And I'm like, "Well, Ike isn't here. I got you presents, you."
Stepdads can be cool.
I was fucking trying, man.
Yeah.
It was. But no, like I left.
I do remember those comments. You know, there would be a lot of comments, and I do, like, if I was in your shoes, I would imagine that would not be.
It wasn't
easy.
It wasn't on you. It wasn't. It was just classic mismanagement of biker boys.
Yeah.
Because like what I didn't communicate myself well enough at that time. I guess it was 23 that I was having a really difficult time, and that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
And I should have advocated for myself that like I wasn't anyway. It's fucking all water under the bridge. But dude, I was anyway. So I was so sad about leaving Pinkbike, and I just felt like I never actually delivered. I felt like I've been.
Everybody disagrees with that, probably.
Well, I don't know. I just felt there's so many things in my life where, like, that I just nearly done things.
Yeah.
Like because for I nearly was.
How long were you at Pinkbike for?
4 years.
I mean, that's not nearly doing anything.
No, but
that's doing the thing.
Nearly in terms of like, I don't know if it's I've got a chip on my shoulder because I was always like from my early age, I was always told that I was going to do really good things. Yeah. And I was always reminded that I didn't, and I just scraped by. And then like as a rider, like sort of the endurance side, I was nearly good. And then from like GMBN, I went there having had, even in the World Cups, like it was a huge ambition to do it, and I never really felt like I kind of cracked it. I never really ended up in a team with the culture that I needed. And then I went to GMBN, very luckily took me in, didn't really fit again. And then I came to Pinkbike, and I was like, finally, this is my home, it's something I can really contribute towards. And I didn't really feel like I was delivering. But for me, for my own...
Yeah, fair enough. What are you comparing yourself to when you say that, though? Like, that's like saying, not to go off on too much of a tangent here, but that's like saying, myself, like, I work hard to be fit, but I'm never going to be as fit as a professional athlete, so I should be disappointed with what's happened. But you can't look at it like that. Like, you did lots of good things.
No, but I just have the standards I have for myself. Like, I would say there were some times at QuarterHP where we've got close to meet my standards. We haven't yet.
But you gotta lower your standards, or you never be happy.
No, but I love the challenge of if I get to 90% of where I want to be, I'm fucking stoked. But doing stuff that was typically, like, for instance, the stuff I was really proud of at Pinkbike was the stuff where I was just really expressing myself.
What's your most favorite Pinkbike project? What are you most proud of?
Probably Henry's Waffle House.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good.
I think that like...
I love the header image too.
Oh, it was so good.
That was perfect.
Because actually, I meant to put tedious and tenuous, but I got confused and I put tenuous. And then I just left it.
Works both ways.
And also like things that didn't happen in the bike industry.
Yeah, those are good too. You had some funny ones.
Because it was actually just me being really areas.
Yeah.
It says some of that on the right hand. Yeah, tenuous pop culture references.
People read that, like other writers read that and dream of writing like you. Like, I've told people that, like, holy fuck, like, how is he so fucking funny? Like, how is it so smart? And like,
it's very sweet. I'm very flattered, but yeah, another unforgivable compliment.
It feels really weird to compliment somebody.
Yeah, well, I guess, I actually had a thing where after I left, and this is again, just to be really I'm super honest, but I realized that, like, I was trying to understand why I was so sad because I didn't really understand that leaving Pinkbike had made me that sad. I was kind of deluded.
Yeah. And
I'd had this journey at Pinkbike of rebuilding trust with the audience and stuff, and
you think about things a lot, my man. You got to turn that down from 11 to like 6 or 7.
No, I
you could still care.
No, because I think about things I didn't understand what I was feeling at the time.
Yeah,
but I can tell you now, like I can reflect on it.
Yeah,
that's not saying it fills my thoughts, but that's also not to say that, like, when I came to the realization that what I knew deep down was like, if I didn't express myself, I would never forgive myself.
It's just bikes.
But in terms of like creatively,
Oh, I see what you mean.
like it's the fucking thing. So like the times that I wrote that shit, which is obviously kind of nonsense, but also it was me being my genuine self, and that's why I'm proudest of it.
Yeah, good.
So when it's like why I didn't deliver at Pinkbike is because I never felt I was turning up with myself enough.
It's funny. Everybody else thinks you delivered at Pinkbike. It's just you that thinks you didn't deliver at Pinkbike. It's literally just you.
Well, I didn't, and I'm going to deliver here, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Motivation, right?
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking so keen. Like, I know, like you said, why do you start it? And like, I genuinely think that like we can offer something really different that's really genuine. And maybe it'll go down in flames. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck.
Isn't that freeing? Isn't that amazing when you could just be like, nah, whatever.
Well, the funniest thing is people sometimes, in the nicest way, especially when we launch a channel, like either speculatively like writing advice to us, like what you need to do is this, and it's like we just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
And that is fucking sick.
So that should be like the number one thing. Like you don't have any dependence except for freaking Toblerone, which gives you a ton of freedom. And I mean, other people that have kids and they have to think about insurance and things and life and stuff. I'm very much the same as you. And I've gone through most of my life doing what I want to do for better or worse.
How do you look back at your Pinkbike
I mean,
career?
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing for me, I mean.
Because you absolutely didn't deliver. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Like, let me
It's amazing they kept me around for so long, is what it is.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean what I did was great or anything. I mean, just like from my perspective, like to live that life for
fucking amazing.
how long? Like 12, 13, 14, I don't even know, 14 years, and like be part of something like that. Like when we started, I was the third employee, I want to say, and we weren't getting invites to press camps. I remember going to a trade show and having to convince somebody that Pinkbike wasn't a bike shop. And to go from that to what Pinkbike is now, and to have been like a small part of that, to create something like that, to me is just like, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Yeah.
And, like, I want to be clear. Pinkbike was an amazing privilege. I'm so grateful I got to do it, and I don't regret any of it. But I'm just being like my reasons to leave with that. But do you think would you ever go back?
Well, I'm not mountain biking much right now, and that was a factor in me leaving.
Your gift isn't necessarily mountain biking. I think it's a gift to bring to level with the audience and to bring people together.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Another unforgivable compliment.
Shiver there.
So I take that back.
Yeah, no,
your skill is to being divisive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, there is a world where, I mean, I just like talking, to be honest. I think like for a guy who's like scary antisocial, I love talking to people and like doing stuff like this. And I love doing the Velo podcast and talking to Elvin and Josh, like, and just talking shit about bikes and stuff. And like, so yeah, there's a world where maybe I go back. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
But it always occurred to me that you're someone that likes, in terms of your interactions, quality over quantity. And I think that's what makes you so good at podcasting.
Yeah. I love podcasting.
Yeah. It's fucking great, man. It's also nice to have like a little, like, like just a good...
It's
like
genuine.
Genuine, yeah.
It's genuine. Like, Lettuce isn't going to edit any of this. He might take out that pedo part, but...
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, I think it's funny too. Yeah. Yeah. You might get banned on the YouTube, but who knows?
Nah, fuck it.
But a conversation like this, it feels much more genuine than having to have a review ready for Monday morning. And there's nothing wrong with having to have a review ready for Monday morning, because you can put your own flavor and your own opinions and... Like, I used to put in tons of non-bike opinions in there and like make fun of things and like stuff like that.
You
like,
did.
Yeah.
You were a naughty boy.
Sometimes I was naughty.
There were some reviews that I would come across.
Yeah.
That would be discussed in the comments, say last year, like, oh, the X review in 20 whatever. And I would Google it and be like, I cannot believe they published this.
I mean, that's writing though. That's writing. Like if you go back.
You're so right. Yeah.
Any amount of time, like whatever you wrote 2 years ago is terrible. And I was actually just talking about some of my old stuff to someone, and like I was reciting some of the things that I wrote, and like I could barely say them, and like I honestly don't think I think I didn't say anything wrong, to be honest. Fuck everybody, I don't give a shit. I don't think I said anything wrong, but at the same time, it's not appropriate, 100% not appropriate, and it also speaks like we had a lot of freedom at Pinkbike. And to do those things, and
But
yeah,
but you know, I think that culture is such an interesting thing, because I think a good example I would say would be Brexit. Now, whichever way you feel about Brexit, there was a huge culture shock to people, and I think people that want it were also some shocked. But actually, there's so many things that within our culture that are reference points, and they're not reference points to say that they're perfect. They're actually reference points to acknowledge what you are. And we all produce culture, and we all are kind of responsible for it. And so sometimes when you look back at stuff that happened a long time ago, and maybe there were some things that wouldn't said now, but actually stuff, the reason that resonates is because it's a lightning rod for what everyone feels.
Yeah.
And it isn't actually, it's up to us all to be responsible and, you know, not to be outwardly wicked and mean. But sometimes, like, there's this thing where, like, we can't hold fucking, without getting like too into it, but like, let's not hold, say, a mountain bike journalist to a higher standard than we hold a politician who actually has legislative power.
Yeah.
That's my kind of take on it.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I don't know.
But we're all also fucking rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm rubbish. You're rubbish.
We're all shit we're all shit in our own ways, and yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever said anything too bad, but I mean, some people might disagree, and yeah.
What are you proudest of at Pinkbike? What was your best work?
I think first and foremost is just like being part of that team for so long. I'm not somebody who is like actively tries to be a part of anything, to be honest. And to be like part of that team and like to make those things that we made with the people that we made them with and the trips we went on, and like I think that's absolutely like, it's surreal looking back, like to be able to do that stuff. And like I said, I'm an idiot and I get to do that stuff. It's crazy. But I think as far as creating things, the podcast probably. It took a bit for me to get into, but once I realized we're just talking, and it had like a consistent audience, and yeah, I would say some of the podcasts that we did, I was most stoked with.
Yeah, the podcast. I loved the Bucket Boys podcast that me and Catherine did.
Yes.
Because
I remember you'd send that to me and I was like, what the fuck is with this audio? This is terrible.
I still haven't, I'm not necessarily a diehard for good audio, put it that way. I'm pretty happy to.
Yeah. But it's two dudes talking in a van.
It's two dudes talking in a bucket.
Exactly what it should be.
Yeah. And but I think like your editorial style definitely impacted my editorial style.
For better or worse?
I think for better.
Yeah.
I think that
shows you what not to do.
I think it probably, I don't necessarily, I've got my own virtues, but I don't have the easy charm that you do.
Easy charm.
Easy charm. So when I come across trying to like wow people up, it comes across more gatekeepery.
Yeah.
When you come across more personable.
Yeah. And
so I probably kind of over-index on that in points and probably still do.
Yeah.
But just in terms of realizing that like, fuck, don't be perfect. Don't just give people, don't spoon feed people what they want.
But when you're writing, it's hard because you can very easily overthink the writing.
See, I found the writing easy. I find
it so hard.
I find I let myself go in conversations too much.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I find writing extremely hard and frustrating and difficult, and like, you know, having to sit down, and I know I've said like 20 times during this podcast, it's just bikes. Don't care so much. Don't care so much. Don't care so much. But like when I had whatever bike is coming out and I got to have this thing ready, you know, Kaz would just do the thing and it would be fine. It would be great. Whereas like I would sit there and like just stew over this shit. And that's tiring. I find writing extremely tiring, which is maybe why I like podcasts, because there's no writing. There's like next to no prep.
Yeah, it's funny. Do you think when people think Mike Levy, Pinkbike, they often think Grim Donut? Is that something you like look back and are proud of? Because you kind of did change. I think it probably shocked the industry a bit.
There was some stuff they had effect on bikes or anything. I mean, tell me what it. I don't think so. Like, do you think that people changed their bikes because of the donut?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
I think that it made the not necessarily looking at one particular attribute and saying, "Oh, we need our bike to have that," but I think it gave designers more license to be bolder.
Yeah.
And I think that something like the Norco range when it came out in 2021. Is that the bike that changed? Probably not. But something like the Spire,
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Like because it's something that isn't, because some bikes are trying to show that they're like sophisticated, engineered performance.
Yeah.
Other bikes are trying to show their radicalized simplicity. And that style of bike, I think it did give people license.
I will say that I think people give me way too much credit for the Grim Donut.
Oh, but you builded it yourself, no?
Like Brian came up with all the numbers.
Yeah.
All I did was present it.
Yeah.
And some other stuff, but like I didn't really like the Grim Donut wasn't. It was like a Pinkbike project.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like people think that, this is like when Letters is in the fridge. He does so much. Tom, the
In
filmer,
the
does a
broom
lot.
closet.
And me and Remy just, fucking.
Yeah.
piece
I've
it
got
together.
both those Grim Donuts in my shop. I'm gonna put them up on the wall.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. I would never do that usually.
Are
But-
you becoming sentimental?
I am becoming a bit sentimental.
Have you still
about
got your racing sim?
it. Oh yeah.
Do you still
My
use it?
man. Yes. Actually, it's been a bit. I haven't been on it lately too much, but yeah, that's the best thing I've ever spent money on.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Do you still use one?
No,
Didn't you have a wheel and
I
everything?
had a wheel, but it was never. I think I was in that like, I need to spend a lot more money.
Dude, come to me. I have some shit.
Yeah. Well, now I play. So I got really into World of Warcraft last year,
Okay.
which is fucking sick.
That's not as sick as sim racing, but whatever.
Well, it's not, but it means the good thing about World of Warcraft and FIFA is that Toby can lie on me when I play, which is really nice.
So what I was going to say is the best thing about World of Warcraft, FIFA, sim racing is that it's not bikes.
It's not bikes.
I needed something else in my life that wasn't bikes, something to like really obsess about and really care about. And it was sim racing. And for me, obviously I've talked about lots about like I've loved motorsports my entire life. So there's also that angle, but like I think the big thing is that it's not bikes. And then a day like today, it's shitty outside, it's gross. I'm going to be on my sim at some point today and I won't even those 2 hours are just going to disappear. Yeah. No, it's been a really neat journey too. Computers are scary. So for me to be able to learn about all this shit and build it and all this stuff and like half the time it doesn't work and I got to fix things and like I love all of that. It's not I work on the sim more than I use the sim. I just got motion.
Yeah.
A big motion like 4 posts.
I thought you said emotional.
Oh, I do get emotional about sim
I was
racing
like,
too.
oh my god, we're cracked.
Why do I suck so
Oh my god, he's
bad?
cracked.
No, I got like a motion kit for it, which is a whole other world. And then you
Jesus
dial
Christ.
in the motion, which is like a really long process, like dialing the things in and what you feel and what you don't want to feel and amping things up and turning things down. It's absolutely amazing.
Do you think
I do not have whatever that is.
So-
That's like 70 grand.
I've always thought it was amazing the sim work they do in Formula One.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
Oh, it's crazy.
But
Yeah.
the fact that like they go to a track and they've already driven hundreds of laps of it.
Yeah. It's the tire modeling that's the big thing.
Mm.
Like for them to, they're not using iRacing. I mean, I think iRacing is pretty good.
Yeah, I wonder what they are using.
They're using their own thing. They build their own software.
But each team has its own.
I'm pretty sure they build their own software because they're always changing it to like a track will get resurfaced or, tires will change slightly. And I think the teams need to be able to go in there and change like all the perimeters and...
Did you ever hear about the tire cooling thing?
Oh, the McLaren tire cooling thing?
No, like what they did in touring car racing.
No.
Where basically these sim racers realize if they dip their tire on the grass,
Oh, yes.
it cools it. And they started doing it in
That
real
was
life as
Redline.
well. Yeah.
That was Redline. That's Maxxis sim racing team.
Which is so funny.
Yeah, they also did something where they somehow like they were able to start the cars with them too low to the ground, but they still passed tech inspection. And I don't remember the exact how they worked it out, but like I love all that stuff. I love that Max is a huge sim racer. I love that he sim races during race weekends and he's really, really good. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
It's like I'm probably never gonna go to an F1 race, And if I go to an F1 race, it's gonna be like the cheapest possible seats I can afford, and I'm gonna be sleeping on the ground to get there.
Yeah.
But I can go home and get in my sim and spend 8 hours in Brazil driving an F1 car and complete a few laps, And it also gives me like a crazy perspective as well too. And I know iRacing isn't anywhere close to real life. I understand all these things, but every F1 race weekend, not every track is on iRacing, but every F1 race weekend where the track is on iRacing, I will spend that week, time during that week, driving an F1 car on that track because it gives you perspective. And you're watching the race and you're like, well, why isn't that jackass passing him? When you use the sim, you realize that you can't pass there, or you can pass there, or when they do a move that is completely out of the norm, you appreciate it more.
Okay, hot take for F1. So I know that there are considerations because of MotoGP and their different safety things.
Yeah.
But I would love to see Formula One get rid of the curbs.
How come?
Because we've got this thing where track limits, it's just constantly, people don't get punished enough for going off the track.
But that's why they do need curbs.
So I think they either have like small curbs where they can't go 4 wheels off and keep, and gravel pits and shit.
Yeah, you can't have those as much as we used to.
I know, but it'd be so fun. Why can't they have gravel pits now?
MotoGP guys do not want to slide into a gravel pit.
Fucking tips.
Yeah, they want to just skid across the top like a stone on water.
But I just, you know what I mean? I just think for Formula One, I'm not saying, but it's just annoying that people can run off and not get punished.
Yeah.
They can just take these curbs so aggressively. And I would like I kind of liked when the cars are a bit more fragile.
Yeah.
And they'd fucking break them.
So there were some curbs in Abu Dhabi we saw last weekend that are high enough that when the car runs out wide, the car is basically high centered on the curb, which is really dangerous and scary. But it's also it penalizes you. Your wheels are not in such good contact with the ground. So I think that could be a solution.
But why not just have track limits as track limits? They get these fucking curves bigger and bigger, and sometimes they say, "Oh, on
because I don't want to hear about track limits."
On turn 14, the track limit is actually the outside of the curb. What the fuck is that?
But I don't want to hear about track limits and then watch a dumb slow motion replay where they can just see that like his last tire is 3 millimeters outside the white line. I want to see Yuki run wide because he high centered on the curb and went freaking flying off the track or whatever. They need to penalize them without giving them like 3 warnings and then a black and white flag and then a 5-second time penalty. I don't want any of that stuff.
That's bullshit.
But these guys are always going to go to the limit.
Okay, so imagine if there was no curbs, and just imagine how the different way they have to drive.
When you say no curbs, do you mean like no curbs and gravel pits?
Yeah. So basically, like you had the white line, and then it's just grass.
Well, I'm a fan of the grass.
Yeah, and it was just like, so like if you can't, it's not like, oh, but the racing line is actually basically all 3 wheels off the track one way, then 3 wheels track on the other side as you go through the chicane. It's actually just like, gotta go around the chicane, fuck.
Yeah, the curbs serve like a technical purpose.
What's the technical purpose?
As well too. Like a lot of them are for drainage purposes, which is like
true.
super lame.
Yeah, but that's
you need them. A lot of them are used by the drivers as well too, like to help turn the car or not turn the car.
Yeah, but fuck that.
But that's a skill in itself, like to be that precise with a big fat F1 car and having to like hook your inside wheels on the curb to help you get around the curb, but not too much because you hit the bollard and like, and they're doing 140 miles an hour when they do that, and like that's why I like F1. It's a lot of it is so subtle that you like when you watch Formula One with someone who doesn't watch Formula One. This is me, sorry. When I watch F1 with someone who doesn't watch F1, I find I spend half the time trying to convince them how amazing it is.
Yes.
Because you can't see the guy's feet. The cars, like you generally don't want them to slide. And sometimes it's hard to see the slides. And it's all about like precision. It's exactly what I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean, I guess. Just a sucker for some gravel traps.
Are you excited for next year?
I'm excited for the new rules to come in.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what I think Audi's going to be a bit boring. I think Aston Martin's going to be underwhelming. Alpine will be rebuilding again since 2008.
Alpine is constantly rebuilding.
100
race plan, everybody. We got 100 race plan.
And now you got Flavio Briatore, who basically is probably doing good things.
Yeah, he is probably.
Even if he's just a strange
he's just a creepy billionaire.
Yeah, he's just a creepy billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would you if you click your fingers? Who would be world champion and world drivers champion next year? Who would you love to see get their flowers?
Jeez. I just want to see. What I want to see is 2021 again. I want to see a season like that where it's 2 guys and it's back and forth. I don't even care who wins. Like I'm not a big fan of any driver, to be honest. Like I know I'm a fan of Max, but like I honestly don't really care if Max wins. No. Like I just want to see them be really close, and I want to see it go down to the last race or the last corner of the last race.
I'm ready to see a Ferrari winner.
Win what? A race?
A driver's, yeah. Yeah. I know. I think like they need one every like 20 years.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
keep everyone sweet.
It's been difficult to be a Hamilton fan.
But dude, it's been a Ferrari fan.
Ferrari is just doing exactly what Ferrari does: destroy the careers of legends.
Yeah.
Right now, they fucked Alonso.
The
Strategy fucked Alonso.
Vettel Vettel fucked himself. They fucked Vettel.
Now they're screwing Lewis as well too. I want to love Ferrari because everybody wants to love Ferrari, but it's like this curse. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess like it's a complicated sport and they can't win all the time, but it would be nice for them to win like you said, once every 20 years.
Once every 20 years is nice. Yeah.
Like, come on, guys, get it together. Yeah.
Well, we probably spoke about enough Formula One there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that screen's on right now, but just going to leave you with the beautiful European vans. If you're talking about performance, aerodynamic gains,
Right. Downforce.
And yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, it's been good.
It's been talking.
I'm not a guest ever, so for me this was interesting. Like, people don't ask me questions.
Yeah,
I
well,
ask
you were asking some good. You were asking more questions. You got more out of me than I got out of you.
The host in me came out.
yeah, totally. If I ever get Icon, I'll let you know, and you can compare notes.
Yeah.
Mega. Thanks for coming on, Mike.
All right, man. Thanks for having me. It was good. Cut.